How are you? This is Tony from Small Engine Solutions once again. Today we're going to explain to you probably the most neglected thing on any two-stage snowblower, and that's these skid shoes here. You can see from the lack of the bottom half of this skid shoe that it is completely worn out. Now the machine is designed to ride on the skid shoe almost exclusively, and it holds the scraper bar, which is aptly named, off of the ground about the thickness of the skid shoe, or in reality the thickness of this paint stick, because that's what I'm using to adjust it. I'm using a paint stick because these are cheap, common, and available, and they seem to have the right dimensions for what I'm about to do. Now, this hardware here freezes up notoriously, so I've come prepared with brand new hardware. This is about $1.50, $2 worth of hardware. Hardcore Harry in this mode would use stainless steel bolts, but we're not that hardcore, so we're not going to use stainless steel bolts. First things first, you can use a ratchet or you can use an impact gun like this one. The tires do need to be inflated to the correct pressure. This machine has about 14.5 or 15 pounds of air in the tires. This will affect your adjustment. So I'm just going to turn this to tighten, and I'm actually just going to break these two bolts off instead of fighting with them as they try and climb off of the threads. Good luck, everybody. There's one bolt broken. Made one more. Now, with several seconds of pain and anguish, I was able to remove the rear nut on that stupid skid, which was extremely frustrating. But I'm not worried about it. We're moving on to the next step. Now I'm going to take my paint stick here, and I'm going to put it over here underneath the scraper bar. I want to use this to locate the scraper bar about 3/16 or 1/8 of an inch up off of the concrete. This is a smooth patch of concrete, which is relatively important in our measurement of where to put the skid. So now that I have a good side of the skid, I'm going to face that towards the ground, and I'm going to install all of my hardware. And once again, because this is an Ariens, this is 3/8 hardware. These are very short, maybe 3/8 by 1 inch carriage bolts. If you have a Chinese snow thrower or a Toro model, these are probably going to be 5/16. Now with my handy dandy little gun here, zip those on, and we should have just a little bit of clearance underneath the scraper bar. And that can be verified. Bring the camera over here, Mark, because you can see daylight coming from underneath there. And that's about the clearance we want, because nobody's driveway is perfect. Thank you very much for watching.